What's up everyone, Terraquake here, and welcome on back to the Pokemon Omega Ruby walkthrough. In the last episode, what did we do? We continued our hunt around the region to try and finish up the Delta episode, which is what we're doing today. But yeah, what did we do? We went to Meteor Falls, the Devon Corporation, the Moss Deep Space Center, then to the Lily Cove hideout. And now we are back to the Moss Deep Space Center because we need to meet up with Steven again. And basically, if you remember, Zinnia's off at the Sky Pillar right now, about to start her summoning of Rayquaza, which is very risky. She could die doing this. We don't even know if Rayquaza's going to obey us in order to take out the Meteoroid that is still on its way to the region. But Steven's going to tell you that in order to even get into the Sky Pillar, only a Lore Keeper can open up the seal that, is at the entrance. And Wallace, remember the gym leader from Sootopolis City? Yeah, he's also a lore keeper. You know, why hasn't Wallace been doing all of this? Bro's been, like, oblivious to what's going on. But yeah, I feel like he's a bit more trustworthy than Zinnia if he's also a lore keeper. So yeah, we gotta go meet up with him in Sootopolis City to try and convince him, like, hey, bro, you know, either you help us open up the Sky Pillar, or everyone's gonna die, alright? Or Zinnia might die. Or both. So, we need to do that. But yeah, hope you guys are having a good day. Today, we will be finishing up the Delta episode, hopefully. We got a bunch of tough battles coming up, some of which aren't even against trainers. Yeah, we're gonna have a couple of legendaries. I'm assuming, like, at least one of them is about to be on the thumbnail, so that's gonna be kind of crazy. But yeah, no, we will get to this, baby. I did make some preparations today as well well, a couple preparations, just a couple move changes. But yeah, hopefully that'll help me out in some of these battles. I gave Dazzling Gleam to Bennett. I got rid of Flash. We don't need that anymore. Thank goodness Flash is a TM. By the way, to find Wallace, you're going to want to come over to the entrance to the Cave of Origin. If you remember, that's kind of in the backside of the city. There he is. But yeah, I also bought Blizzard. I'm literally down to like 700 Pokédollars because Blizzard costs 30,000, and I also stocked up on a bunch of Ultra Balls, which took up a bunch of other money. And yeah, I gave Blizzard to Pelipper because, we're going to be facing some Dragon types, so I figured those two moves would be good to have. I think I got rid of Supersonic on Pelipper just because it's inaccurate. I didn't really want it anymore. We got better status moves anyways. But yeah, so, best way to get to the Sky Pillar. We have not been there yet. I think I, like, swam by it earlier in the game. But go to Pacific Town, and it kind of sits northeast of the town. So, you just kind of got to work your way through some rocks and whatnot, and you'll get there. But yeah, going into this place and this final little section of the post-game, or not the entire post-game, the Delta episode, make sure you've got plenty of healing items. Max Repels are nice because the Sky Pillar has wild Pokemon. And Ultra Balls, or, well, yeah, Ultra Ball is probably your best bet. You can always use your Master Ball, but I'm trying to save my Master Ball for other mons. But yeah, here's Wallace. He's already broken the seal, and we're ready to go in, right, Wallace? No. Bro is going to challenge us to a fight because he needs to make sure we're strong enough to actually go through the Sky Pillar. Like, Wallace, I don't have time for this, bro. The Hoenn region is literally in peril. But yep, here we go. We're going to have to fight him again. So his team is going to be better than what it was in the gym, of course, a little bit of a higher level, but he's still going to use all water types. So try to use that to your advantage. I can't believe bro is really making us fight him when literally there's much worse things going on. But he's going to start with a Wailord. This thing knows Water Spout, Earthquake, Heavy Slam, and Blizzard. Good thing we one-shot it. Yeah, Wailord has a bunch of HP, but, like, not the best physical defense. Okay, so next up is my Lodic. This is his ace at level 57. It also has Blizzard, along with Hydro Pump, Dragon Pulse, and Recover. I'm hoping we get, like, a crit with the Leaf Blade. That would be, like, the most clutch crit ever. Oh, man. Well, we might not live the Blizzard here. I mean, no, we do. It's not stab. Okay, perfect. So we are going to be able to knock out my Lodic as well. Thank goodness Wallace doesn't use healing items. Yeah, you're not in the gym right now, okay? This isn't like a gym leader sanctioned battle, so I would hope you don't use healing items. And yeah, that's 2 mons already down. Next up is Tentacruel. Tentacruel is going to have Sludge Wave, Brine, Rain Dance, and Dazzling Gleam. I just switched into the wrong mon. What am I doing? I suck. I suck at Pokemon, man. I was gonna go into Grumpig. Granted, this thing has really good special defense. But I guess I can yawn it instead since I'm here already. He was gonna get the Rain Dance up either way, because it's probably gonna take like at least 2 Psychics to knock him out. But yeah, this is probably gonna be another longer episode because we got a bunch of things to do. Alright, let me go into the right team member now. Kind of stinks because Grumpig's probably gonna take a hit here, but I mean, there's nothing that can really kill him, I don't think. Yeah, Brian's okay. Oh, wow, okay, we made it look like a really weak move. I swear Brian's not that bad. And now let's just start going for Psychic. This is like one of the few times where I wish we still had Psyshock, because that would be a lot better, since this thing's physical defense is pretty bad. But, you know, Psychic does the trick, 2-hit KO. So I'm fine with that, and looks like we were at a speed tie, by the way. So that is half of his team down. There's really only one Mon I'm worried about. Y'all might already be able to guess it. And hey, there it is. Yeah, Gyarados. So, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have an electric type move, right? Yeah, Gyarados, you know, water, dragon. I mean, water flying. What am I on about? I'm gonna go into Muppet because we have Will-O-Wisp. I am hoping we can get off a burn. This thing has Waterfall, Ice Fang, Crunch, and Stone Edge. So, yeah, Wallace doesn't have many setup moves in this fight, but Will-O-Wisp would be really clutch right here. We might just get one shot, I'm not gonna lie though. Let's say Rain Boosted Waterfall. Okay, we got crit too! As if you needed it, Wallace. The rain's gone, which is good, but yeah, this definitely sucks now. Because, you know, burning it, I would have felt a lot better. Unfortunately, that did not happen. Also, Waterfall has the chance to flinch. I think it's only like a 10% chance, though. I'm hoping for like a poison with Sludge Bomb. That'd be clutch. And we are not going to get it right now. Oh, no, man. We got another chance, though. We got another chance. Let's get it right here. Come on. Before I let Swallow go down, that'd be kind of nice. But no, we don't get it, so whatever. We did over half of his health. Someone else can come in here and hopefully finish the job. I think I'm going to leave that up to Sceptile. Actually, I don't even know if Sceptile outspeeds, but I gotta try it, man. I hope he outspeeds. I don't even think we need a crit with a Leaf Blade, so let's see. Yeah, he does outspeed. Thank goodness Sceptile's, you know, probably like the fastest Mon I have. And we do finish him off. Alright, so now he's down to his 2 easier Pokemon. Next up comes Ludicolo. Remember, this thing's Water Grass. Got Fake Out, Scald, Energy Ball, and Ice Beam. I'm just gonna spam Fly with Pelipper, who again does now have Blizzard. I probably should have used some PP ups on Blizzard, because knowing me, I'll like miss a bunch and just end up running out when I really need to have some. Granted, you can use like Ethers inside of battle. I always forget that. You know, you only attribute like in-battle items to like potions and revives and stuff, but you can use like Ethers, berries even, all that good stuff. Alright, one more Fly will do the trick. I would go for Surf. I guess I could have tried Blizzard there too, because I think I'm going to heal back at Pacific Logtown anyways after this, because, you know, want to make sure I'm fully healed once we get to the top of the Sky Pillar. But yeah, I just forgot I had Blizzard. I don't think Surf would have killed because it quad resists. Last up's Whiscash. Remember, this thing's quad weak to grass. Got Rock Tomb, Muddy Water, Rain Dance, and Earthquake. It ain't living a single Leaf Blade, that's for sure. I think I was talking about it earlier, right? Or was this in the last episode? I don't know. I'm recording them back to back. But the ROM hack we're playing over on the second channel, Whiscash actually has Sap Sipper in that game, which is insane. So, that ain't too nice. But yeah. Yeah, Wallace is called a Sutopolin right here. I guess that's what they call people from Sutopolis City. So yeah, we're now allowed to go up the Sky Pillar. But as I said, I'm going to heal up first. So yeah, he was called a Sutopolin. Does that mean people from, like, Rustboro City are, like, Rustboroans or something like that? I don't know. I wonder if that's how that works in the Pokemon world. Anyways, it's time to really get into the Sky Pillar, which is pretty big. Got some, you know, got a few floors. No trainers or anything, though, because, like, almost no one's allowed in here. And there's Zinnia right here at the bottom waiting for us, as she said. And she's kind of going to yap for a bit and then head on up. We basically just have to follow her all the way to the top. Wild Pokemon in here, you can actually find Ariadoses in here, funnily enough. That may be one of the first, like, Jodomons you can find out in the wild. Okay, maybe not one of the first, but, you know, that's pretty interesting. There's some notable items on your way up as well. There's a hidden, or sorry, not a hidden Ultra Ball. Zinnia, funnily enough, so as I'm sure most of y'all know, we'll be battling and catching Rayquaza up at the top. And if you don't have any Pokeballs in your bag, she will give you a an Ultra Ball. But you probably have Pokeballs anyways. But yeah, that was just kind of like a fail-safe because you actually have to catch Rayquaza, funnily enough. But yeah, no, other than that, there's the team for Explosion, Dragon Scale we're going to find on our way up. So, we will get to that. Aside from that, though, she's going to kind of explain a bunch of the paintings on the wall. I think this is, not only is it going through kind of the ritual that she's got to do to summon Rayquaza, but I think it's giving you some history on the Draconids. Which, again, we learned in the last episode, are the people who, like, used to sort of run Hoenn. And, you know, they had Rayquaza come and save them a bunch of different times. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that, like, in the remakes, they kind of built up this whole new storyline. I kind of rock with it, though, I can't lie. By the way, I think I already missed the Dragon Scale, so that's why I'm heading back down. We can head over this way. This is where I want to go, just to show it off. Yeah, the place is crumbled, though. I mean, imagine how old this place is. Like, are we sure this is safe? There's the Dragon Scale, by the way. But yeah, it feels like the floor could just give away at any moment. This is like exploring some abandoned building from, like, the 18th century or something. Not a good idea. But yeah, levels are also going to be pretty high. As I said, bunch of tough battles. Definitely make sure, you know, I'd recommend, like, saving before you head out to the top of this place. I'll be sure to do that. Rayquaza is going to be level 70. And remember, you have to catch it. You can't just, like, you know, tap it with a snowflake and, you know, it'll die to that. So keep that in mind. I think Zinnia's Pokemon are going to be, like, about level 60. And then we're going to have another legendary Pokemon battle all the way up at level 80. I know, crazy. You don't hear about level 80 too often in Pokemon games. Like Red and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I'm sure there's some high-level battles in later games as well. But man, you're getting up there at that point. You're really getting up there. Alright, Zinnia, yep, we get it, we get it. Rayquaza saved y'all. Mega Evolution. Speaking of Mega Evolution, I think this also kind of serves as the explanation for how, you know, I think it's canon, right? Like, people know nowadays that, technically there's two different universes for each Pokemon world. There's, like, one where Mega Evolution exists, and one where Mega Evolution doesn't exist, I think. I don't know, that's all with, like, the lore of Pokemon, which I'm not too knowledgeable on. I'm here to just, okay, play through regular vanilla Pokemon games and talk about them, show you what to do, have a good time. You know, I don't dive into the deep stuff. But yeah, I think I might have missed the TM already. It's alright, though. You can always come back and get it later. That might have been the last little, you know, story that Zinnia goes on about. I kind of hope it is, because not gonna lie, you know, I think Zinnia, I think we've heard enough. We get to, you know, we get to point. I'm picking up what you're putting down, okay? Camera angle, we got another one. Oh my goodness. Camera angle's pretty cool in this place, though, to be fair. Yeah, this is like the final chapter. Whoa, what? No way. I'm reading all of this, by the way. I read at a mile a minute, let me tell you. Okay, I'm kidding. I ain't that fast, okay? I'm not, you know I'm in college, but I'm not, like, majoring in English or anything like that. Golly. What do you even do as an English major? Like, what do you do after college? Is anyone watching right now, like, an English major? Were you an English major in college? Maybe you're still majoring in English right now. I don't know. Okay, by the way, I think this is how you get down to the TM, so let's do this real quick. Yep, there it is. But yeah, like, what do you do, like, after college? I mean, no offense. Hopefully, you know, you do have, like, a good job, you're set up or something like that. I'm not too sure. But there's Explosion, a move I probably won't give anyone. I'm always afraid, like, those moves are cool. And if I ever have, like, a Geodude on a team or something and I happen to have Self-Destruct, then, like, that's fine. But I'm never gonna, like, teach them that move because, I don't know, I feel like I could accidentally click on it and just, like, blow up when I didn't even mean to. Alright, we have arrived at the top. So, you know, Zinnia's getting her ritual underway here. This ain't too good, you know? It's nighttime. I think it's always nighttime once you get up here. I say it's not too good, but in reality, she's trying to save both regions, as we've been talking about. Now, I did forget to save. I think you do get another chance to save. And yeah, we just kind of walk in the background. By the way, if you don't recognize the shape, they try to show it to you right there with that overhead shot. But if you remember when like the Delta episode started, there was a little logo that popped up on the screen. That's kind of the shape of Spear Pillar. So Sky Pillar, dude, I get them mixed up. I know Spear Pillar's in Sinnoh. I know Sky Pillar's in Hoenn, but I freaking I don't know. I just say the wrong thing half the time. All right, so yeah, Zinnia's still all happy and whatnot. But, you know, Whismer's also up here. Like, it's funny how she always just has Whismer accompanying her. By the way, Zinnia, does she have... Okay, no, she does have 5 Pokemon in this upcoming battle. Which, I was about to say, if she had 6 plus the Whismer, ain't that kind of breaking the rules? Oh, yeah, we, like, sleep until morning or something. Or I think we got knocked out. Something like that. Something crazy. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy rambling about Whismer being here, thinking Zinnia was like cheating with 7 Pokemon in her party. So here comes the ritual. She's gonna start popping off through all the stuff and all the keystones that she's gathered throughout the post-game so far. She's gonna be able to summon Rayquaza because, you know, we need Rayquaza to destroy this Meteoroid, man. I guess the Meteoroid was still really far away because, you know, going through this whole Delta episode has definitely taken a while. And yeah, as I said, this is definitely going to be a bit of a longer episode, but hey, can't complain about that. And whoa, look, there's Rayquaza. Bro's going crazy right now. Hold up. Hold on now, man. Yeah, so Rayquaza's right here. And he don't look too happy about being summoned. Zinnia, unfortunately, she can't really control Rayquaza. You know, it's not really going to accept her, accept her wish because her keystone won't be reacting. And if you know, Rayquaza actually doesn't need a Mega Keystone to Mega Evolve. It's the only Pokemon that does that, right? You know, there's no such thing as a Rayquazite or something like that. Instead, don't you have to give it, like, Dragon Ascent? I think is the move it has to learn in order to Mega Evolve. So Zinnia's absolutely like, yo, what? So, we are going to have to step in because, hey, look, our meteorite's glowing. Yeah, the meteorite we've had for, like, over half of the game. It's glowing now. No way. That must mean we're the chosen one to try to capture and calm down Rayquaza. So let's run this up, man. We're going to be getting into this battle here in just a second. Now, again, I do think you get a chance... Okay, never mind. Do we get a chance to save? Oh, it swallowed my meteorite. Oh, thanks, Rayquaza. How did that do that? My meteorite was, like, in my bag or something. Did I take it out? I must have taken it out. Alright, yeah. Uh-huh. Let's, yup. We know what you're doing here, Rayquaza. Whoa. It's, wow, yep. It's got, mega capabilities now. No way, guys. It's trying to build up its mega power. Let's try to catch it before it can do that. Yep, I get it. I mean, they could like explain this stuff, you know, within like 5 sentences, like I just did right there. But you know, they got to go on and on. All right, so here we go. We are about to take on Rayquaza. Let's get to it. So yeah, I dropped a save right there. Now Rayquaza, Dragon Flying type. It's gonna be level 70. Knows Extreme Speed, Dragon Pulse, Dragon Dance, and Fly. So you can chuck your Master Ball at it if you still have it. If not, it can be kind of tough to catch. That's why I recommend saving beforehand. Now, I think you do end up having to catch it anyway, so you can't necessarily fail this guy, to be honest. And he already went for Fly. That might straight up one-shot me. Now, because this episode's going to run for longer, and we still have, a couple other things to do after this, holy cow, we got crit right off the bat. It's best off if I just cut ahead until we catch it. Hey, look at that. We caught Rayquaza. Wow, that was so difficult. It only took, one Ultra Ball. It is really strong, though. I mean, it doesn't even need to really set up with a Dragon Dance in order to deal damage to your team. But I am wondering now, someone can let me know in the comments, is this one of those cases where it's an automatic capture? Because, as I've been saying, you have to catch that thing. And you do have to send one of your Pokemon back to the PC, by the way, which sucks. Goodbye, Swalot. You're dead already anyway, so let's just put Rayquaza on the squad. I think you do have to add it to your team because you will be using it in a second. But yeah, so that's kind of funny. I hyped that one up, and I literally think you can throw an Ultra Ball without even doing damage to it, and you should be fine. Now anyways, Zinnia's going to teach your Rayquaza Dragon Ascent right here. That is what, as I said, allows it to Mega Evolve. However, Zinnia is also going to challenge you to a battle to make sure that you're ready to go stop the Meteoroid. Like, bro, what is with all the people testing us today, man? They be testing us. Now, as I said, her team's going to be in the 60s. Her ace is going to be 62. They're all dragon types. However, you do have Rayquaza on the team now, level 70. So, you probably have the upper hand. I mean, Rayquaza can, like, one-shot most of her mons, I think. And matter of fact, I think we can Mega Evolve in this fight, right? I'm pretty sure, which, you know, makes it even easier. It is pretty cool using Rayquaza. Yeah, you can Mega Evolve. So, man, I, like, feel bad just using Rayquaza, but it's the easiest way to get through this fight, okay? Obviously, after this episode, I'm putting Rayquaza in the PC for the rest of the series, but it is the easiest, way to get through this battle. Now, there's a Mega Rayquaza. Yeah, he looks sick. Don't even get me started on Shiny Rayquaza, dude. When he turns black, that is, pretty cool. Yeah, it gets a new ability and everything. It's got Delta Stream. I just went with Dragon Dance right there. I don't think I really needed to. Now, Goodra right here is level 60. And look at that. Delta Stream weakens the attack. That's a quad effective Ice Beam right there. And it did not do a whole lot. So yeah, now it's time for us to just spam Dragon Pulse and basically win the battle. You know, I could try to use my normal team against her mons. I think I would eventually, you know, beat her, but it would just take a lot longer. But, you know, you definitely can use your normal mons. Don't feel forced to use Rayquaza just because you had to add it to your team. Goodra had Dragon Pulse, Thunderbolt, Muddy Water, and Ice Beam. Remember, it's just plain Dragon type. Tyrantrum's Dragon Rock. Has Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Crunch. Next up is Altaria. This thing has Dragon Pulse, Moonblast, Flamethrower, and Hyper Voice. Her ace is going to be Salamence. That does have the Mega Stone, by the way, so you'll be facing a Mega Salamence. But once again, if you just want the easy way out, use Rayquaza. Do what I'm doing right here. Noivern's Dragon Flying. Actually, one of the few Pokemon that's primary flying, funnily enough. It's got Dragon Pulse, Shadow Ball, Air Slash, and Super Fang. But yeah, simply because this is a walkthrough and, you know, the episode's going to be a long one, I figure just using Rayquaza is our best bet. Don't worry, I'm not the type to, like, literally just use Rayquaza for the rest of the game, because that would make things way too easy. But yep, here's Salamence. Little Mega on Mega action is kind of cool. It's got Dragon Claw, Fire Fang, Crunch, and Thunder Fang. So, I don't know, is this thing even going to live a hit? Mind you, Dragon Pulse is special, so Dragon Dance didn't really matter. We got a crit, so I guess we'll never know. But yeah, that just shows you how strong Rayquaza is, let alone Mega Rayquaza. So, Zinnia now will trust us to fly up basically into space and put a stop to this asteroid or meteoroid that's, you know, pretty close to the region now. So, let's see what this meteoroid is really going to be. Is it really just a rock floating in space that happens to be, you know, tumbling towards us? Or is it something a bit deeper? I don't know. We'll see. We'll get into it. I'm sure some of y'all already know. Yeah, we do still have the magma suit, by the way. Yeah, this thing, you know, it was built for more than just going into, you know, lava-filled caves. You can go up into space with this thing. You know, I gotta give it to Team Magma and Team Aqua. They knew what they were doing. So yeah, another really cool cutscene. We basically just shoot off into space. How in the world are we hanging on to Rayquaza right there? I don't know. Bro's got no handlebars, okay? Like what are we hanging on to there? I don't see a handlebar. No, no, like, you know, ropes or whatever, like, people on horses use. I don't know. There's probably, like, a specific name. So yeah, we're literally in outer space now. This is sick, though. I mean, what other Pokemon games can you go into outer space? But yeah, we break up the meteoroid, I believe. Or have we not broken it up yet? I honestly couldn't tell. Oh yeah, no, there it is. It's coming. Oh, it's coming. There it is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, man. We're going straight to it. By the way, he Mega Evolved right before we took off, I think. And how does this not, like, kill us right here, by the way? I mean, look at that, bro. No human is surviving that right there. So Rayquaza breaks it into pieces, and the Hoenn region is saved. But hold on, what's that little triangular thing right in the middle? Well, what if I told you that's about to turn into a Deoxys, bro? Yeah, so Deoxys was kind of inside of this Meteoroid the whole time. Yeah, you know Deoxys, that psychic type, spaghetti noodle looking Pokemon. And we are going to immediately jump into a battle with it. Now, I think you can catch Deoxys. Yeah, look at this cool animation, by the way. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure we can catch this guy. If not, then you just gotta straight up defeat it. Now, this thing is level 80. It has Psycho Boost, Cosmic Power, Hyper Beam, and Recover. Now, really, its moves aren't the best. Psycho Boost is really good to start, but I think it harshly lowers, or maybe just lowers it by one stage, but it lowers, like, special attack. Hyper Beam, really strong, but it also has to recharge after that. It does have Recover, though, which is the only annoying part. Now, similarly to what I did with Rayquaza, I will, well, let me just chuck an Ultra Ball right now to make sure you can catch this thing. I think you can. Yeah, you can. Imagine it just stays in right here. How insane would that... Okay, ooh, I was about to say. If that caught right there, I was like, okay, this has to be another guaranteed capture. But yeah, so we thought Mega Rayquaza was awesome, but, I mean, dude, we're still 10 levels lower than this guy. So let me weaken it down a bit. This is probably going to take a while because, as I said, it's got Recover, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. That was cringy, bro. What the heck? Oh my goodness, it is finally over. Yeah, that was like, gosh, I want to say at least 30 minutes of attempts. Just over and over again. You know, burning Deoxys and then chucking Ultra Balls. Finally, bro stayed in one of them. I couldn't even tell you the amount of times he shook 3 times and then popped out. So yeah, there's Deoxys, level 80. Arguably your strongest mon at this point. Remember, Deoxys has different forms. But after that, you're gonna get some final cutscenes playing. I mean, it's so long. It took so long I got the hiccups now, bro. That's how long it was. But yeah, you're gonna get some cutscenes. And you're kind of gonna see, like, oh man, what, you know, what are people up to now that, you know, the world's saved. Now, Aster, whatever his name is, the Whismer, is going to give you a letter from Zinnia. Not really sure why she couldn't have just stayed on top of the tower to hand it to us herself. I don't know. But yeah, now we're gonna look through some cutscenes. The scientists realize that the meteoroid's been destroyed. I wonder if they even know if, like, you know, it was us. Or are we just gonna, you know, stay mysterious? Oh, never mind. He just said, thank you, TQ. Okay, I guess they do know it's you. Everyone gets their keystones back, by the way. So, you know, they can all Mega Evolve again. Wally mentioned something about how he got a ticket to the Battle Resort. Ooh, the Battle Resort. Yeah, that may be another post-game area that we go and check out. Archie / Maxie will kind of be reconciling with their admins, and, this will be the official, like, disbandment. Is that even a word? I don't know. The official disbanding of the evil team. But yeah, no, it's gonna be weird editing this. There's gonna be, like, a 30-minute gap. Maybe I'll just leave it all in. I don't know. Maybe I should. There was one point where I was just, you know, sitting there in silence over and over again, spamming Ultra Balls, and then, like, my dog back here sneezed in the background, and it, like, jump scared me. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll throw it in right here. Or maybe not. Maybe you didn't just see the clip because I forgot. I probably forgot, I'll be honest. Because I'm not editing this video for, like, another week. So, sorry. There's Steven and Wallace, you know, in the champions room. Wallace, what you doing up there? Did you beat the Elite Four members to get to that room like I did? Or did you just cheat? Y'all just cheat, huh? You think you're cool because you're a lore keeper and you opened up the Sky Pillar. He's probably sitting there like, oh, well, technically, if I never opened that up, then TQ wouldn't have been able to do what he did. I can see Wallace being like that. But yeah, so this is going to bring the end to the Delta episode, but it's not the end of the post-game. I talked about the Battle Resort. There's still other things I want to do. Heck, maybe the next episode we do is the Waterfall and Dive episode that I've been trying to do. There's Zinnia again, by the way. I think all of these cutscenes will end off with, by the way, this lady ended up being her grandma. Remember in the last episode we saw this lady. But yeah, no, I think we will, we'll end off with, like, a cutscene of the parents back in Little Root Town, and then you do end up going to watch the little, you know, meteor shower in Moss Deep City with the rival. So it's kind of funny. I mean, we started the Delta episode by getting those tickets. Now, I don't know, like, how long it took, or, you know, how long, or, like, you know, whenever the meteor shower was scheduled between us getting the tickets and it actually happening, but the fact that we did all that before the meteor shower has happened is pretty funny. So, yeah, there's Professor Birch. Haven't seen him in a little bit. Well, I guess we did, you know, help him on Route 201 not too long ago. So yeah, everyone's good, everyone's safe, you know, we do typical Pokemon stuff, save the world and whatnot, and here we are at the Space Center. So yeah, again, this will bring it into the Delta episode. I'll let the, you know, I'll just keep going until the cutscene's officially over just to show it all off. But yeah, next episode, hopefully I remember, I'm gonna try to do the dive and waterfall stuff, I think, and then after that, we gotta start making our way to the Battle Resort, whatever that place is. Yeah, that'll be pretty interesting. Because there are still a few more post-game things to get done. So we gotta make sure we do that. And I guess pretty soon, though, we'll be on to the next walkthrough on the channel, which is going to be Pokemon Sun and Moon after this one. Because, you know, we keep going in chronological order. Alright, so, yeah, this... Does that even look like the best viewing spot for the... Shouldn't we be outside for the meteor shower? Why are we, like, inside looking through the glass? And from those seats, you can't even really see up into the sky, can you? Do we end up, like, getting better seats, or, No, we didn't end up getting better seats? Okay. I mean, I doubt we even saw one meteor. But yeah, so we're back in Little Root Town, and that will just about conclude it here, I think. I think the logo pops up on the screen again. Also, Norman was back home, by the way, so that's good. You know, he probably had to go to the gym real quickly to challenge, like, one person, and that's it. But yeah, next time, we're doing more stuff in this game. Bro, the Deoxys battle has completely thrown me off. That took forever. Have a good rest of y'all's day, though, for real. And until next time. Deuces.